Bali, we've been overwhelmed with inquiries about Peter Hughes. You'll remember him at a Denpasar hospital putting others before himself despite his own dreadful injuries. When we last saw Peter, it was touch and go. Tonight, his story will make you feel great.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. No, really good. And well looked after.
This was Peter Hughes in those first terrible hours after the Bali bombings. He knew he'd been burnt. He just didn't know how badly.
There's a lot worse, more people than me in a minute.
In a Denpasar hospital, Peter displayed tremendous courage.
It's about 50% of my body, but I just feel a bit swollen at the moment, that's all.
But just 4 days later, in Royal Adelaide Hospital, he hovered close to death. His burns had poisoned and swollen his body. A respirator kept him breathing, and his kidneys had failed. Peter's rapid decline is not unusual in burns patients. Often, their injuries are so bad that the nerve endings in their skin have been destroyed. They're not in pain, but the damage internally can be fatal. Peter's prognosis was not good.
With Peter, what we've seen is the ongoing response to a major trauma injury. Speak originally is a very common feature because it takes time for the swelling in the airways to actually accumulate.
He's got a fight on his hands?
He's got a big fight in his hands.
Peter's future was counted hour by hour, and all the while his only son Lee stayed by his side.
He's everything to me, especially, and I'm everything to him, I think.
How do you keep going?
Because I just want I want him back, you know. I want to have all them moments again. At this stage, his burns are, I think, 54%. So, but he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. There's still a chance.
Okay. Thanks for that.
No worries.
Good luck.
The next few weeks were a constant struggle. Peter's condition varied daily. There were times when he wasn't expected to live. But against the odds, he just kept hanging in. This week, a little over a month since he was admitted to hospital, I met Peter Hughes again.
So this is Peter.
Hey, hello.
Hey Peter, nice to meet you and nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Looking so much better. Last time I saw you, you were fighting for your life in Adelaide.
Yeah, I didn't think I was, but there you go. Yeah.
The transformation is remarkable. Peter's back in his hometown of Perth and on the road to a full recovery.
I'm on the mend, getting back to 100%. Obviously, I'm in recovery, but look, I'd just like to thank all the Australian people. It's fairly typical of Australians. I think we just open our hearts out as soon as someone's down, and yeah, that's basically what's happening at the moment with me. I'm fine. Yeah, getting through.
You just said, I'm fine. You said that when you were in a Bali hospital with more than 50% burns to your body, you were telling people, the doctors, to go and look after someone else.
Yeah, it's just funny. You just learn a lot. Like, I've learned a lot about burns now, and how you react to burns and how your body does. I think I've just lost all senses, and basically I was, I suppose, you know, in a mode where other people needed help, you know. And
Peter's been overwhelmed by the response from Australians to his story, humbled by the support from all over the country.
Peter, you and your son have both touched our hearts. Hanging there, we are thinking of you, the Plumer family.
The Australian spirit.
I don't think there's anything better. And looking at what's just happened in Bali, I suppose, you know, we're all pitching in. And it's just funny that I've been sort of picked out of a bunch, I suppose, and it's a bit overwhelming.
Peter expects to leave hospital as early as next week, but there's more surgery to come and more painful bouts of physiotherapy. He'll be badly scarred, but he's determined not to live his life in the shadow of what happened in Bali.
We just got to look after ourselves and just be there for each other.
Always there for Peter during his ordeal was his son Lee, refusing to give up on his dad.
He was still breathing away, and I was sort of still going to be there right by his side the whole time. So, yeah, I'm proud of him for getting through it.
Oh, look, there's no words to describe. You have a son. I've got a beautiful son. I've always admired him as a person ever since he was young. I love him to death. I know that whatever he does in the future, this will make him a stronger person, and he'll have great will. And it's hard to put into words how you love someone, and I don't love anyone any more than I love my son.
I love you, Dad.
Yeah.